actually, I decided to sit here because I got a pretty awesome panther behind me. So like, why not do our live chat from right here? So I is having a wonderful Saturday. This is going to be probably the last Saturday for a little while that I have my live chats on Saturdays because, you know, we are now 3 weeks into the track and field season in which I am a high jump coach. Whoop, whoop. And next Saturday we have our Bronco Invitational. So, hey Christina, hey! So, you know, I won't be able to do my live chat on Saturday, and most of our Saturdays, most of them, not all of them, will be taken up by track and field meets. So I'm going to have to figure out what to do for our live chats for the, you know, the track and field season, because most of our Saturdays are going to be taken up until I'd say the end of April. And then May, we start like our league stuff, which really we don't have anything on Saturdays anymore. And then when we get into CIF, which we'll have kids at CIF, CIF prelims and CIF finals are on a Saturday. So, but then after May, like track and field's over. So I don't know if like maybe we'll do our live chats. Hey Jackie, what's up? Maybe we'll have our live chats on like, I don't know, like Sunday mornings, like early Sunday mornings, but we'll have to keep them pretty short because that's like the day that I go do all my errands and stuff. Or like if we pick a day, I don't know, like a Friday night or, I don't know. We'll have to figure this out. But once I, you know, whatever it may be, because obviously next Saturday, you know, I won't be here for the live chat. I'll definitely post on Facebook, YouTube, like, hey, we're having our live chat at this time, you know, like if you guys can make it, you know, obviously, you know, we'll have it on a Friday night or we'll have it on early Sunday morning, and it'll just be, you know, they'll obviously be shorter chats than, you know, you guys are used to, just because I be one busy person. So, and this be one busy panther, that's why he is so tired. He's busy getting into all our cupboards. And I'm thinking today, when we go out and about, to get those like child safety things that you put on cabinets, so like the children don't like get into the cabinets and like, you know, eat things they shouldn't. The Tarot Yogi, hey! You had me at Deck-tastic. Well, yes, actually we are going to be doing, I thought I would do something, I don't think I've ever done this before, but you know how I have the majority of my decks, like 98% of my decks are in bins. Actually, let me show you, like the ones behind me. And I keep them, there's 4 bins in total. I keep them, 3 of them underneath my altar, and 1 of them I keep out, and that's like my, I don't know, the decks that are at hand. And I thought, I don't know, I would just like ask you guys for today, because obviously we can't look at all my decks, but like, would you like me to show you bin number 1, bin number 2, bin number 3, bin number 4? Like pick a bin, and then we'll, I don't know, maybe like, you know, pull a few cards from, you know, the decks that are in there. I thought that would be a lot of fun. I'm gonna see if this thing is finished steeping. Ah, you can see the steam coming off of that one. It is definitely not finished steeping, and it is definitely too hot, because then I'm not going to have any taste buds or a roof to my mouth if I have it right now. Okay, so in other news, I did have a deck that showed up yesterday that I'm going to show you right now. Oh, Loki, did that excite you too? Oh, really? Do you want to see the deck too? Oh. Crazy panther. Christina, have you seen the Marseille Cat Tarot? It's adorable. I have not, actually. I'm gonna have to look that up after this chat. How do I not know about all the cat decks in existence? I should be ashamed of myself. Okay, so I've been having like I've been doing really well, with like some side projects that I've been doing. So I thought, why not treat myself to a deck? So I ended up going on the Amazons and I got the Moon deck. And although I had seen it all on the YouTubes and all on the social medias and everybody's talking about how much they love it, I was like, because I'm like, I always feel like, do I need this right now? No, I do not. you know, but when I feel like, everything's pretty good and it's like, would this feel okay to maybe add it to my grouping, my homies of decks, then yeah, because I always have this feeling, do I need that right now? No, because I get into this, we're not spending money right now mode. So, but a deck I thought was okay. So I got the Moon deck. You had a choice of getting either like this, box, or you could get the collector's wooden box. I'm like, let's not go crazy. This box is just fine. And by the way, it's that suede feeling that people like. It's that really soft feeling. I'm like, this box is nice. But anyway, this is the back of the box. And it is by Arona Leia and Andrea K. And so one it is written by, and the latter, it is illustrated by. So let me show you these cards just in case you haven't seen them. Oh, by the way, this is the inside of the box. Maybe walk with trust and love, maybe inspire and be inspired by one another, maybe celebrate the many shades of our shared cycles. Oh, I think that is so nice. And then the inside of the box here is actually what the back of the cards looks like, which I thought was really pretty. I'm like, this is a pretty bomb diggity box. This is the little title card that came with it. And then our little booklet, which I still have to dive into because I literally just got it yesterday. I did pull a card for myself yesterday, and I feel like this is a deck, and I had this intention when I got it, that I want to use it for meditation, because I've been having some crazy deep meditations lately. I want to continue that crazy deepness and like really explore further. And I'm going to be doing some videos about things that have occurred in my weirdo meditations, my deep weird meditations. They're, I guess, not any more weird than the dreams I have. I have some pretty crackhead dreams, but I have some pretty freaking awesome-tastic like meditations too. Anyway, so these are the backs of the cards. And I thought these would just be really good for those like crazy awesome meditations that I have. And something else I'm going to have to do next week, I'm going to have to get my nails redid because there's a lot of nail gap going on. And I was thinking of getting rainbow nails, like if I went yellow, yellow, green, blue, purple, and like pink. Swella G, hello, hello. Just showing off a new deck that I got yesterday, and I got my panther right behind me. So yeah, it's a pretty awesome deck. I don't know if you guys have it. Am I doing live questions? And right now I'm just kind of we're like some of my decks and stuff. Taro Yogi, what a sweet panther. He is. She's going to take himself a little bath right now. Maybe towards the end of our chat, I'll like pull a card, for everybody. I usually just do general readings with my live chats, and this is going to be like my last sort of regular live chat for a long time because I'm a track and field coach, and we start our track meets, or at least our invitationals, on Saturdays. So Fridays we have our league meets, and then Saturdays are track and field invitationals. Iami, what's up, girl? How are you? So yeah, I'll definitely pull a card for everybody towards the end of the chat, and then I always do it if you're interested. I had the Moon deck a while back and ended up swapping it, but it is so beautiful. It is, and I was like, it took me a while to get it, and I'm pretty happy that I have it. And I'm so glad that you made it. Actually, just over my left shoulder here, all of those decks that are stacked up are ones that I'm kind of I'm not using anymore, and you know I've made my parting peace with them. And every time you know I go through my decks, I'm always making sure, am I using everything, because I hate anything, not just decks, but like books, stuff, anything to sit around. If it's not being used and it's not being loved, it needs to move on to somebody who will use it and love it. So all of those are awaiting homes. They're forever homes. So I don't think I have time right now to do any swaps or the tarot bar. Hey! I don't think I have time to do like swaps or to sell my decks right now. So I'm kind of giving them out to friends just because just due to me having track after school, you know, after teaching every day, by the time I get off practice, the like post office is closed. Sorry, I have an eyelash in my eye. Give me 1 second. I've been having eyelash issues lately. Usually the post office is closed, and yeah, I wouldn't be able to like get people their decks. So maybe when the season's over, I'll like do something about all of that. I'll just like, maybe I'll just do like, start using them in my giveaways. I think I'm actually gonna do that. I was thinking about doing that, like doing like some giveaways and just like, you know, here, let's just rehome these decks. Hey Bug, I love your nails and clearly your readings. Thank you. Tarot Yogi, I'm just tired thinking about that, but I bet it is fun training those kiddos. Yeah, it is. It's I have a few returners in the high jump this year. I have a lot of newbies, and what I kind of don't like about having, you know, kids that are brand new is, you know, obviously it's like I have to start all the way at the bottom with, how does your body work? You know, we move our opposite arm, opposite leg, opposite arm, opposite leg, you know, so it's like that. But that's also why I like teaching like kids who've never done track or any sort of sport anymore. It's like awesome to teach them from like the ground up. Solaria, hey! You know, I like when, you know, they're just like soaking up information, and it's like, you know, everything you teach them is like, wow, my body can do that, you know? Like yesterday, I had my high jumpers, and the long jump coach had his long and triple jumpers off with the sprinters yesterday. Oh wow, teaching body awareness and movement is challenging. Yeah, seriously, tell me about it. And we decided to have them with the sprinters for a nice grueling workout. And I saw there was a couple of kids that were walking towards me. It was a really hard workout. And some of them aren't used to pushing themselves. Tarot Yogi, I'm a personal trainer, but I work with adults. Well, I am a certified personal trainer as well, but I work with the kiddos. I can work with adults, but I don't know, because I've like, Nick, worked with a few people. To me, adults are so lazy. I mean, kids are lazy too, but I can get through to a kid. I don't know, like, if you feel the same. Like, sometimes adults can be really challenging because they're really set in their ways. Whereas kids, trust me, I can motivate them. I can motivate me some teenagers. But yeah, I had gotten my personal training certification just so that I could be a better coach. And actually I have a thing for anatomy and kinesiology, and I love that stuff. So I got like my nutritionist, you know, sir, I got my, you know, personal training certification that, you know, I re-up all the time. And I don't know, I just really like that stuff in general. So I like that if I'm passing on information to the kids, I want it to be coming from an actual place of science and not just like regurgitating something that I heard back in high school when, you know, when I was an athlete, or when I was in college, you know, as an athlete. You know, I want to be able to like back stuff up with science. I'm like, oh, listen, kids, your coach knows some stuff. So anyway, so these two girls are walking towards me, and they do the, like, you know, when they don't want to like continue on with the workout, they're lucky to have you. I don't think they felt lucky yesterday, but trust me, when they get stronger, they'll feel very lucky. So yesterday, these girls are, you know, like when they don't want to finish the workout because it's like too hard, and some of them don't know they really don't know the feeling of being sore. They think that soreness is injury, and because some of them have actually never been sore before, or they've never pushed themselves so hard that, you know, that feeling when you feel like you can't catch your breath and your lungs are burning. Like, some of them don't know that feeling, and so they actually think there's some sort of medical emergency going on, and they freak out, and like you have to be there to tell them, hey, no, that's what it's supposed to feel like. And yes, you know, it does hurt, but it hurts where it's not actually killing you. It's like uncomfortable. And I was like, growth comes from discomfort. We need to make you uncomfortable so that you guys can be a bunch of badasses. Basically, I don't say badasses, but so that you guys can be freaking awesome. By the time, you know, the track meets come around, you guys dominate that track. You like hit the highest over the bar, you know, you make it out into the pit, you know. So I'm like, you know, you will destroy your competition because I made you hurt right now. I was like, so you should be thanking me. And they're like, let's see, I mean, love and hate that feeling. I know, same. And what's up? That feeling is amazing and horrifying. Yes, it is. I mean, I have a love-hate relationship with that feeling. So so I know where they're coming from, you know, obviously, but, so these girls are like doing the limp walk over to me, and one of them is like needing to be held by her friend, and her friend's like patting her hand like, oh, it'll be okay. She's like holding her. I'm like, what is this that I'm looking at? These girls are clearly not injured. They're faking it. Yeah, I'm not training anyone that hard. It's more, let's not sit all day. Okay, so we're gonna be doing things called movement. So yeah, I come over and they walk over, and I'm just looking at them. I'm like, yes. And one of the girls is like, yeah, I had to go to the bathroom. Her friend's like, yeah, she threw up. And I was like, oh, okay. And she's like, I threw up. Yeah, I don't know if I can finish the workout. And I was like, no, it's a good thing you threw up, because now all the bad things that were in your stomach are gone. That should make you a lot lighter and a lot faster to finish the workout. And she was like, I ate something at lunch that I don't think was so good, and now I threw up. And I was like, well, we need to talk nutrition. And what are you eating at lunch? She's like, it was like one of those like donut sandwiches. I'm like, okay, now you know that a donut sandwich is going to make you vomit during track practice. So now we know what not to eat, and I'm so glad that you vomited it out. That's what this workout did. It helped you out by getting that out of you, because that was no good for you. I was like, so let's make our way back over to the start line. You guys are going to do another 400. I'm so glad you made it just in time. And they're like, oh shit. They finished the workout. They were just fine. And then afterwards I got to like high five them. I was like, okay, how do you feel? And they're like, good. I'm like, are you dead? No. I was like, good. Now you get to go home and go do your victory laps or whatever. I was like, now you get to feel good that you finished your workout. Wasi, how are you? Wasima. Oh, by the way, you guys, if you haven't seen, Wasima had, I don't know if your Kickstarter's still going on, and if it is, definitely check out Wasima's Kickstarter. She has this beautiful deck where it was like these, it's this like watercolor paintings, but not like where she's just sat down and painted them, but it was like where she was, and she says it in her like video for Kickstarter, but she intuitively, you know, came up with how to, you know, do these mixes of color and water, and it's absolutely beautiful. So you guys definitely, you have 11 days left. Well, then you homies better go check that out, because she's only got 11 days. And yeah, and oh, I need to get myself over there too, because I need to go back you as well. Actually, that reminds me, I'm gonna do that today. I need to back my homies. Let's see if this is 1,000,000 degrees still. We're good. We're good. That reminds me, speaking of Kickstarter decks, my sample deck for my Wally's World arrives Monday. I'm so excited. So I just went to check it, see it. Does it look fine? It doesn't have like the all the gold edging and stuff on it as a sample deck, because I just want to see, do the images look okay, you know, because like, you know, I'm gonna pay for like all the gold stuff if like you know, I'm just using it as a sample. Let's see, it's called the Cosmic Laws Oracle deck. Yeah, so yes, definitely check out the Cosmic Laws Oracle over on Kickstarter, created by our very own lovely Wasima from Wasi Magic. So yeah, and then for my deck showing up on Monday. If it looks cool, I'm going to you know, order a few decks, because I have a few people who I've already spoken with who are going to kind of help, like, you know, maybe put it on their YouTube channel, like, hey, this is the Wally's World. And although it's not going to be like the finished version, I just want people to be able to see the images. Like, it won't have the gilded edges, and it won't have like the gold foil that's on the physical cards themselves, and I won't have of what the box will look like, and all of that. And then of course, once the Kickstarter hopefully funds and then I can print up the decks, it will have all the goldy goodness. It will have all the beautiful boxy goldy goodness. It will have its guidebook and all of that, but I'm just going to show that stuff in digital format, but at least I'll have the cards to show for the Kickstarter. And Wasima says, I hope it will. I hope it does too. I'm like I'm like so excited for this deck, and it's like I really feel like it will help people, not just to like sit and become dusty and like, you know, like a deck collection. I want people to use it. I want people to heal with it. I want people to, you know, I really feel like there's a really positive, loving energy, you know, even though I'm just looking at it right now, I don't physically have it in my hands, but I really feel like it's, and I guess anybody who, you know, has done a deck has felt that way, but I just really, you know, I feel that way. It is a transformational process to create a deck for the creator itself. It is. It's been quite the process. In my brain, I was like, oh, I can like crank out a deck, no problem. This was back in June, by the way. So we've been working since June. It is now March 2nd. And Asuelia G is back, eh? Yeah, so well, Suelu, oh, we haven't really, usually the live chats go for a while, but I don't know if you want to go at towards the end. Usually the live chat is like an hour or two, but yeah, we're gonna get to at least picking a bin for you guys to look at for decks, and then we can maybe do some readings from the cards that we look at in those bins. But you know, I like to gab and have a nice talky talk with you guys. Something else that one of the coaches, he's like the head coach for the team, the track team, he was like, from the coaches, he's like, I need you guys to find some of your old competition pictures so that I can use it on the team's Instagram page and do like a coach's throwback Thursday kind of thing. Tarot Yogi, it's fun to chat and connect. Yeah, I mean, this is like, you know, I'm hanging out with my friends here right now, you know, and of course, you know, I will pull some cards later. But yeah, I like to chit chat. I generally want to know a message about my current love life. I really need a message. Well, definitely, you know, stick around and I will make you the top of the list. You will be our first person. Because trust me, I've gone through some, back in the past, some love stuff that was, ugh, that was always like not a strong department for me. But I am glad that I have the dude now, and we've been together for, this year will be, wait, when did we get together? Wait, I have to do my math. I'm really, ask the dude the same thing. He'll be like, wait, what year did we get together? Because we've known each other since like the year 2000, so like we've known each other, like, I guess 19 years now. 7, 80. This year will be 13 years together. Okay. People still use their fingers. So thanks so much. Well, you're very welcome. So yeah, just remind me when it comes time to pull cards. I will definitely pull you a card. No problem. Oh, so anyway, yeah, so the coach was like, I need some Throwback Thursday pictures. And I was like, okay, so I had to see if I could find any photos of me back in the day. Cool bed for your cat. I think I shall make something like that for my, okay, so that Loki has made that his bed. These are actually my crates full of my herbs. And these are all my spread cloths, like my reading cloths. And Loki loves being up here because one of the herbs that's in this top crate is valerian. And valerian's kind of like catnip. You know, some cats really like valerian, some cats really like catnip, some like both. He likes both. He goes crazy for valerian. So, so there's valerian in here and he loves the smell of it. So that's where he sleeps. And I make sure to put this dark colored cloth on top because he sheds so much that he like gets so much black fur all over like the light colored ones. So that's actually Loki's bed now. So anyway, Light of Raga, OMG! Have I seen the Dark Mansion Tarot? I have. It's on the wish list. You know, I haven't been too deck buy crazy lately, but that's definitely on the list. I have seen it and it's pretty freaking awesome. Wasima, what a cool place to sleep. I know, just sleeping on your favorite herb, just like, see, he's like, I don't know if he's like getting high off the smell of it or what's up, Loki? He's crazy. And Ayami said valerian is great. I have some, but it is so stinky. Yes, it stinks so bad. For Valentine's Day, I got him something called Stinky Hearts, and this lady out in Germany, she makes them on Etsy, and it's a mixture of K and it stinks so bad, but he loves them. So I mean, sometimes you just gotta suck it up for your kitty. The tarot bar says, ooh, cool. What do dogs like? Do you know? I don't know, actually. All of the dogs I've had, actually my last dog was a Maltese. Her name was Precious. And I don't know, she kind of ate everything. Everything outside. She tried to eat snails. She tried to eat cat turds. She tried to eat everything. I don't know. She had no, like, she was not a snob. She was like, I'll eat everything. I'll even eat poo. And I'm like, that's disgusting. Leave the cat turd alone. Let's see. Anne says, I have it, but I do not work with it yet. The Dark Mansion, like it a lot. Yeah, I've seen so many images of it going around. I'm like, it's so pretty. Wasima, mine would be a bed of roses. Oh, you know, I did that one time. I was pruning my rose bushes and I had all the petals, and I already have a lot of the petals stored, like they've been dried. I've made rose water from my roses before. And so one day I was like, I wonder what it really feels like to sleep on a bed of roses. And although I don't have enough roses to actually make a bed of roses, I made like a little small pile and I put it on my pillow and I slept with them like that. And it was really nice. I had to like get rid of them next morning, but you know, it was really nice. So maybe you want to try that out sometime. Lida Riga, I know, right? The artwork is amazing. Yes, it is. And there's so many beautiful decks out there right now. I'm like, that wish list just keeps growing, you know, but I have to, you know, just little at a time. And then I have to go through and I have to like let some go. Wasima, ooh, that would be nice to try. Yes, try it. All you need is like a little pile, like take all the petals off and just like make a little pile, put it on your pillow, like sleep with them that night. And then the next morning, you know, you could just like throw it back out into your yard, you know, put it in your compost pile. You could bury the roses, like rose petals, like whatever you want to do. But I thought that was really nice. And my hair smelled so nice the next morning because like, because I go to bed right after I take a shower during the week, my hair is like hot and wet still. So when I laid on the roses, I didn't know that my hot, wet hair, well, like I don't know, did something, and so it let the roses kind of release a little bit of their rose oil, so my hair smelled like roses, and it was pretty freaking awesome. So you guys might want to try that out. Okay, hold on, another eyelash. Oh, me and my eyelashes. I know you guys probably don't care, but my eyelashes are way too long. And when they fall in my eyes, they hurt. I know you're like, oh, really? Your eyelashes are too long? It's the world's smallest violin. uh, let's see. The tarot bar said, yeah, my dogs are the same. They like everything. Just wondering if they liked a specific herb. You're 100% correct. Yeah, so I don't know like specifically what herb the dogs would like, but he loves valerian. Wally, not so much. Wally's a catnip kind of dude. Wasma said, oh, peony. Ooh, I don't have any peonies, but that would be actually, I love the smell of peony. That would be so nice on my pillow. They clean the energy field. Oh, yes. Yes, they do. I have, I think it was a perfume or something. It was made by a friend of mine though, and it has like a little bit of peony in it, and it's really nice, and it really does feel like just so like that loving cleansing, kind of like roses on steroids, kind of, you know. And you have them in your garden. Lucky. Okay, so let me show you guys something, and then we'll get to our bins, I promise. Okay, so I had to go underneath the house to look through all my photo albums to try to find a picture of me back in the day doing my thing. And this is one of like the mini photo album, a miniature photo album that I came across. This I had since I was like in college, but I actually like cut this out of a magazine and I glued this on the front because I thought it would look really cool. Let's see. I don't know if you guys want to see what my family looks like. I thought maybe show you guys. So this is from, oh, almost to the day, but this is from February 17th of 2001. And on the back I wrote mi familia. But that's my family, you guys. So wow, okay, it's kind of blurry, but that's at Long Beach State where I ran, and that was during our Long Beach relays. So that's me, you know, got my track sweats on. That's my little brother, my mother, and my father in the back. So, and that was like the one and only track meet my family has ever been to. When I was in college, I was like, Long Beach is not that far from San Diego. The tarot bar said, I'll be back. I'm gonna make some tea. Ooh, go make some tea and then let me know what you made. So, okay. So if you guys ever wanted to know what my family looked like, that is my family. And my dad, okay, so my dad's Filipino, but like he's like super tall. I think he's kind of shrinking now, but he used to be like 6'3". I think he's like 6'2"-ish now. Yes, my dad is a dude. But he's like, everybody sees my dad like, okay, when he goes into like 99 Ranch, which is like the Korean market, or he's like shopping off at like the Japanese market or something like that, everybody thinks my dad is Korean, and he was like, man, I'm Pinoy. I'm Filipino. And then they'd be like, whoa, you're a tall Filipino. You know, so yeah, my dad always gets the ooh, you know, it's like amongst, you know, Asian folk, it's like, you know, you're the tall Filipino. I don't know. So it's like kind of like a special thing that like, I guess my dad is so tall. And that's where I get my height from. As my mom is very short. She's like 5'3", trying to stretch it out, you know. Okay, let me see. And then I came across this photo. This is me and the dude. It's still got a little hole at the top because I used to have it tacked to my dorm room wall. But this is me and the dude back in college before we were even dating. This is just back when we were homies. So this is, what year is this? This is also 2001. But that's me and the dude. So I was actually wearing his graduation gown because he was getting ready to graduate, and he graduated 2 years before me. Yeah, and I was like, I was running around the dorm wearing his gown. And so, yeah, one of our friends took this picture. And how tall am I? I am 5'8". So, and my brother, what's my brother? My brother's like 5'9" or 5'10". He actually didn't, he's took more after like my mom. um, but yeah, I love this picture. I don't know. I was like, we were so goofy. And I was like, why did you even have an Indiana Jones hat? He's like, I love my Indiana Jones hat. He's like, I still have it. He goes, I think it's at my parents' house somewhere. But yeah, he used to walk around and he would literally call it his Indiana Jones hat. And so when he was feeling like Dr. Jones, he would wear it around the school. Let's see, anything else I can show you guys that's semi-interesting. No. Okay, this one last one, and then I think this is the last one. Yeah, let's see, is there gonna be too much of a glare? No, I don't think so. Ultraviolet Morgan said, Dr. Jones, yes, I love it. Okay, so this this was in my friend's dorm room, so that's me, and those two eventually became my roommates when I moved out of the dorms and we rented an apartment together. And that's my brother, because I used to bring my brother up to Long Beach and he'd spend the weekend with me, and he would sleep on the floor between me and my roommate's bed, and then I would take him all over. Like I'd take him to the Getty Museum, I'd take him to the beach, I try to show him how to surf, you know. I would take him around campus. I was always trying to like show my brother like how cool college is, you know. So yeah, that was my homies back in the day. That's another one. Oh, this one I thought is pretty cool. We actually, this is my old roommate. She was from Surrey, England, and actually she's getting married pretty soon. And my friend Patrick, he is from Nigeria. And we were actually holding the real Olympic torch from the 1980s. So, and that was during the Jack Rose track and field meet that we were, or track meet that we were having. So that's the real freaking torch, y'all. Let me see, Wasuma, oh my God, you remind the priestess of the alchemical tarot. In that picture. Aww. And then Christina, what a nice sister. I was always trying to be like, dude, you get to hang out with me and my homies. You know, I put the top down in my car. Well, I used to have a convertible before I killed it. And it was, I used to call it the Snoopy car, and I had like Snoopy, like stuffed animals and like Snoopy everything in that car. And it was like a little, it was a 1996 Chevy Cavalier in seafoam green, and it had a white top, and I would put the top down, and my brother and I would go cruising around Seal Beach and Long Beach and Huntington Beach, and I'd go spots, and I'd take them and we'd hang out with my friends. And you know, I tried to take them to like all the cool museums, you know, up in near Los Angeles, and I was always like trying to culture my brother. Okay, let's see, do I have anything else? Okay, this is from the year 2000. This is Halloween. This is the last picture, you guys. Sorry if I'm boring you with pictures. It's just, you know, I went through like a trip down memory lane, and I was like, oh. Okay, so college students, as you guys probably know, we ain't got no money. And so when it comes to Halloween, we have to improvise with what's in our closets and with what's in, you know, our friends' closets. And I had a lot of like hand-me-down 70s clothes. So my roommate and I, one year, we were Charlie's Angels. You look the same as you do now in every picture. Yeah, I don't think I've aged. It's like the year like 2000, 2001. I'm like the same. And I had a couple of wigs, so I'm actually blonde in this picture. But this is us all dressed up for Halloween. So this guy borrowed her dress from her closet so that he could be a hooker for Halloween. And improvising with what's in your closet is the right way to do Halloween. I still do Halloween like that, you know? Somebody actually got their hands a hold of a Scream mask, which was kind of cool. She was see, what country was she from? Because I lived in the international dorm, so everybody was paired with an American. And so everybody was from a different country, which was pretty cool. I believe she was from Japan, and her roommate, I think, was also from Japan or Korea. I don't remember. And then, you know, my roommate was from England, and yeah, and then there's me, and then some other people's friends. And then I'm trying to remember, I think she was from Jordan. But yeah, there, and then there was this guy. The guys would sometimes come up with like some pretty awful clothing choices for Halloween. One guy had like cut up his jeans and smeared dirt all over his face, and he said he was a vampire bum for Halloween. I don't know. Wait. I'm imagining this conversation. I want to be a hooker for Halloween. Can I borrow that dress you wore last week? You know, oh my God, I never even thought of that, because I remember he borrowed my wig. You know, so that's like not his real hair. He borrowed this like curly hair wig. He borrowed my sunglasses, and then he goes to my roommate. It's like, can I borrow your dress? I'm gonna be a hooker. Oh my God, I didn't even think of that, how wrong that is. Oh my goodness, college. Oh my goodness. Oh, and then one of the last days with a lot of people that I remained close friends with before we, a lot of them graduated and went back to either their home countries, or they got their citizenship to stay here. Okay, so we had pulled the furniture that was from inside the dorm, and we pulled it outside. One of my friends that was from Iran had a hookah, so everybody was, they were smoking hookah. By the way, we cleaned up this mess that was outside. There was people walking around on the roof of the building. It was like the craziest thing I'd ever seen. Like, there was lampshades. It literally was like Animal House. Somebody wore the lampshades that were like downstairs. Like, International House got crazy. Like I remember one of the Greek guys, he was like, he says, man, this is how we party. He's like, we're gonna wear the lampshades. Whoa! He's like, nobody parties like the international folk. Like, everybody was just like, it was the last time a lot of us were gonna be together, because we had made such like tight bonds before everybody like went back to their home country. And it was like, and so I just remember that night, this was 2002, and everybody was like really close friends. He was from Argentina, she was from Mexico, she was from Poland, and actually she just had her first baby. And he was from Yemen, I think. And then his roommate was from Greece. So yeah, there was lots of good memories. Okay, I'm gonna stop now. And we're gonna pick my bins. Okay, so let me turn this so you guys can see, so that I think Swala is probably still here. I have to, you know, pull some cards, but this sounds very fun. International Folks sounds like a cool name for a band. Labyrinth, hey! Okay, so we lived in the International House. We used to call it iHouse. So like, and then we would call ourselves sometimes the International House of Pancakes. Like, that was like a, okay, so I have some bins behind me. I have bin number 1, bin number 2, and bin number 3. You choose one bin, because I have a lot of cards, and this is not all my cards. I have some cards that are, actually, if I turn this all the way around, some cards are underneath the altar there. There's probably about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, probably about 20 cards that are under there. And then I have, whoop, if I flip this around and not show you my finger, I have one bin over there, but that's like my my decks I'm currently using right now bin. Otherwise, these bins back here, they stay underneath my altar. Okay, so let's see. Oh, wow. Okay, so the tarot bar is back. Awesome. Ultraviolet Morgan's like, whoa, bins. And Papa Squirrel's here. Hey! All the decks love it. How's it going? It's going very well. How am I? Okay, so, what I'm going to do is you guys just tell me if you want to look at bin 1, 2, or 3, because that's really probably all we'll have time with for this chat is to look at one of those bins. But I will then show you the decks that are in those bins, and then from those decks we'll pull some cards. So yay, yeah, I hope you're doing awesome as well, Papa Squirrel. All the bins, I know. People would love to get into all the bins. Okay, so Christina says 1. Anne says 2. We're gonna go majority rules, people. Okay, so we have bin 1, we have bin 2, 3. Wasima, we're not getting into bin 4. Okay, Green Owl says 3. Okay, so we have a couple for 3. Okay, so somebody else. Okay, Papa Squirrel also 2. Ultraviolet said just the fullest bin. Trust me, they're all full. This is as full as they can get. Otherwise, they're not going to fit underneath my altar. Okay, so let me go back and count the numbers. Okay, so we have okay, 3 for 2, and 2 for 3, and 2 for 1. Okay, so I think we are going with bin number 2. Did I do that right? 1, 2, yeah, 3. All right. Oh, 3 and 2 are tied right now. We need a tiebreaker. Okay. 2 and 3 are tied. This is this one and this one. Do we have a tiebreaker? Otherwise, I'm gonna flip a coin. I'm gonna flip an Endarian crystal. Okay. Let's see. Okay, so for the crystal, I'm gonna flip it. This is okay. We'll just call this. Oh, okay. Christina is the tiebreaker. With bin number 3. That is this bin. All right. So we're looking at this one. Let me turn this back around. Ooh. Okay. It is getting kind of bright. My goodness. Okay, let's see. Well, let's see. Maybe if I turn it the other way. Christina said, oh, yeah. Christina did break the tie. Drinking chia seeds soaked overnight in water, lemon, organic, pure honey, ooh, a tiny splash of apple vinegar, and it's heaven. Ooh, very nice, very nice. I feel like any Ben would be the winner with getting to peek inside. Okay, so I'm going to turn around because I don't want all the highlights blown out. I want you guys to be able to actually see the cards. So I'm gonna turn. Loki, I'm gonna turn around now. Okay. Okay, so I think this is a little bit better. Okay, let's just make sure we're not crooked here. All right, excelente, excelente. And we got bin number 3 here. And let's take a look at some of those cards. And I'll take a sip of tea. What does my shirt say? My spirit animal. My spirit animal is a sloth. My boyfriend likes to call me the sloth because he thinks I'm slow. He's like, every time we gotta get ready to go somewhere, he's like, Sloth Tara has to make her way through her closet and all her jewelry. And he's like, we're just going to the store. Like, you don't need to get all done up. I'm like, I need to feel, I don't know, I have to have a certain feeling before I leave the door, and I need to be complete with my jewelry and my my clothes and the shoes that I pick out. I must be complete. So yes, and sometimes he calls me Sloth Slug, but yes, I'm Sloth Tara or Sloth Slug. Sloth Slug, that's my nickname. He's like, how could a girl who was so fast in track and field be so slow getting out the front door? I'm like, don't rush me, okay? People need to look good before they leave the house. My bracelets gotta match my earrings, which matches my necklace. And do I have my hair up? Do I put my hair down? Which t-shirt would look awesome today? Okay, getting into the bin, we have Rebel Deck Couples Edition. And I do want to pull at least a card from here. Green Owl said the Diva Life. It is. Ultraviolet, I got nicknamed Snail in elementary school. I hated it. Well, I'm Sloth Slug. It's all about the intention that you put into things. You just put care and love into yourself. I do. You know what? That's what I'm going to tell the dude. I am putting love and care into myself, and you should be happy that you have a girlfriend that loves herself so much so that she can love you in return. Okay, all right, I'm gonna pull you guys a card from here. Perfect excuse, yes. Okay, I love the Rebel Deck Couples Edition. I love, I have the regular Rebel Deck, which is, oh, it's here too. And I want to get their Rebel Deck game that they have, which basically you can mix the Rebel Deck with, it's like a way of mixing it with Tarot and Oracle, which I think is really cool. Okay, so here you go. Here is a card for you guys. Couple Edition. Sometimes I don't think it like actually you need to be like coupled up for this deck. Excuse me. Because I don't know, I think it has pretty funny messages anyway. Okay. Okay, well, coupled up or not, this is what the Rebel Deck is telling you guys to do. Because do you really even need a card for this? Just saying. Coupled up or not, y'all? Oh my goodness. Labyrinth is like, okay. So anyway, that gives you an idea of what the Rebels Deck Couples Edition is like. Ayami, I'm so glad that you were able to stop by. So I hope you have a great rest of your day. Awesome, awesome Saturday. Okay, so I do have the Rebel Deck, like OG Rebel Deck. Wasima, my husband is painting the house now. I can say that he looks sexy like that. Okay, you know, yesterday, my boyfriend had, why not? my boyfriend was, he told me that he has to, you know, renew his driver's license, but because he's old now, like his birthday's coming up, he's gonna be 41, and in California, you gotta go do your eye exam. Again, they gotta check to make sure that you don't need glasses, you know, and it doesn't your driver's license doesn't say needs to have glasses. Okay, so my boyfriend, his eyes aren't what they used to be, and neither is his hearing. And I'm always like, why? You're going blind, dude. You know, because I have like Hawkeye vision. I have like 2015. I have like really good eyes, and my hearing, I can hear students cuss in their head before they cuss in my class. Like that's how good my hearing is. Like I can hear them having deviant thoughts. I'm like, no. Let me see, the tarot bar. I need that deck. I haven't seen this deck before. That was an unforgettable introduction. Yes. So he wants to go get he wants to go get some contact lenses before he goes down to renew his driver's license, so that it looks like he has perfect vision, but he'll go get some glasses, but he just doesn't want his driver's license to actually say glasses are required on them, because I don't know, he says that makes him feel old. Like he's like not ready to have that yet. So he's gonna go get fitted for some contact lenses. He's actually gonna get his eyes checked because he is going blind. And then he's going to go in for his driver's license eye test. He will have perfect vision. It will not say that on his card, and then he'll feel better about himself. But while he was like trying on some like glasses yesterday at Costco, I was like, you look kind of like pretty good. I like the glasses. It's like librarian look, dude style. I kind of like it. Tarot bar, I'm in California and I didn't know that we had to do that. I'm 39 and I have 20/20 vision. Yeah, so I don't have to do that yet. I don't have to do my vision test yet, but I guess when you're like 40 something, I guess California makes you go like actually renew your license instead of just send you a new license in the mail. So and then Eve, hey all, rainy San Diego listening. Oh my gosh, it is. Well, I mean, you know, I'm in San Diego, so it is raining. Yes, it's actually currently raining outside my window. Loki, no, you will not lock. No, he wants to knock over my wigs. Go back to your cat weed bed. Yes, yes, yes. Good panther. And then Labyrinth, the beauty of being psychic and a teacher drives students crazy. It's like the teacher look. Yes, yes. I was like, ooh, I was really digging the glasses on my dude. Tarot Yogi, gotta walk the pups. Look forward to seeing all the decks on the replay. Oh, we'll have fun with the puppers. We do the vision test every time in, is that Minnesota? I get my M's mixed up. Sorry, Christina. I get my, oh no, Montana has a T. I think it's Minnesota. Eve, oh wow. I don't think I'd run across a reader from San Diego. I'll be right over. Spring Valley. Okay, so this is the OG Rebel deck. And we'll pull one card. Maybe that's what I'll do. I'll pull one card from each of these so you guys can get a feel for like how cheeky and how maybe serious some of these decks are. Is a teacher too. Oh, yeah. Hey. I teach senior English. Let's see. English teachers need to read a map. Greenhouse. Oh, you're in Fletcher Hills? That's not too far away. Green Owl, seriously. Like, it's so funny. Like, we'll get, and it's only the M's that I have trouble with, and that's probably what I had trouble with when I was in, like, elementary school. And, like, the dude and I feel so dumb. I'm like, okay, we have the MIs, the MS, and the MN. I was like, I'm pretty sure the MN is Minnesota. He's like, no, that's MI. And I'm like, no, MI is Michigan. He's like, how stupid do we sound right now? We sound really stupid. Why are we whispering? He's like, so the cats don't hear. Oh yeah, that's right. We don't want the cats to know we're stupid. Like, oh my gosh. I'm in Oakland and teachers are on strike right now. Oh, I did hear about that. Our teachers union had us, we had to wear our union shirts on Thursday to show representation to the teachers striking in Oakland, because a lot of the strikes that have been happening around the state and around the country actually have been going really well. Like they, you know, so we were wishing good luck to the striking teachers in Oakland. So Papa Squirrel said, my apologies, but I have to go. Are you gonna upload this afterwards? Yes, of course, because I would love to see. I hope you have a great day, and I hope everyone in here does too. All right, much love to you. And that Friends episode is too funny. Christina's like, just for clarification, MN is Minnesota. Thank you. Now I'm gonna go quiz the dude later on. Okay, so let's see. So if some of you are rolling your eyes at me, geography was not my forte. I do know a lot about a lot of countries, but when it comes to like the M's in my own country, my gosh, I feel quite not that smart. Worked as a sub during the strikes. Yelled at crossing picket lines in the past, but was a cool job. Free reign. Yeah, before I became a permanent teacher, I remember subbing. Actually, okay, my subbing I didn't sub for that long actually, but yeah, there was some crazy stuff going on at the time that I became a teacher. I literally subbed for like 3 days before somebody was like, "We need you as a teacher." I'm like, "Oh, okay." That's like it's a long story. But let's see. Kind of was teach how and what you want. That's interesting. Very interesting. It's been some crazy times. Okay, so this is from the OG Rebel deck. Stop texting, stop stalking, stop checking on that person, just effing stop. Spend your time on someone worth it. Don't waste it on ridiculousness. So I don't know who that's for, but that's how the OG Rebel deck reads. Let's see. Kids give me headaches. Props to you teachers. Kids love me, yet I'm so mean to them. Is older and they hire rookies and youth wrong way, but what are you gonna do? Yeah. Christina, my daughter, is working as a special ed long-term sub and it's rough. Long-term subbing, I have like a few friends that are long-term subs, and usually I call on them to be my sub whenever I'm out for like staff meetings and stuff like that. And long-term subbing can be very, very rough. Eve said, I won't sidetrack. No problem. And how they ruined education. Oh, yeah, yeah. Girl, we could talk about I could say a lot. But, you know, just in case anybody else who's from San Diego who I might actually work with happens to pop on for any odd reason, is like, oh wow, I didn't know Tara had a YouTube channel. Like, oh shit, she's talking smack. What? See, Lottie James, that card resonates with me. Well, I'm so glad. Yeah. I'm doing one card from each of these. Eve, not the teachers of fabulous students. Like I said, we could chit chat. Okay, so this one is the Blessed Bee Oracle. And this one is by Lucy Cavendish. And I will pull one card from here. So this is all coming from the voted on bin number 3. All right, so I think this is cool. Just like, okay, well that one kind of flew up. So this is your card, you guys. A blessing for peace of mind. How awesome that it is the Chiquita that is on the cover. All right, so hopefully some of you guys will like maybe get some messages out of this. I don't know if Swella is still here, but I would, you know, definitely, now that I have a hold of the cards, I would pull a few for her. Alicia Libra Tunes and my daughter is in San Diego. Woo woo! And Tarot Bar. Oh, okay. So I hope that you have a wonderful Saturday. Yes, yes. Labyrinth. Oh, that's mine. And I have this deck on my wish list. Hey, there you go. Well, the fact that it was the card that was actually like on the cover too, I think says something. Okay, so this one is, I just kind of keep it in this because it didn't really have a box. This is the Peintres du Monde. So it's the like paintings of the world or pictures of the world. And this is just a little tiny deck, and that is the backs. And here we go. We will pick a card. That's actually, it plays in my head all the time. I have the Muppets stuck in my head. Okay, this card has the color orange, and I like to use these for chakra cards. So anybody working with that particular chakra, I give you guys a good look at that one. So all your orangey good lists all down here. Whoever may need that message. Okay, I love that deck. It's beautiful. I love those old paintings. I love old art. Okay, this one is the Victorian Oracle. Oops. There we go. Wasima, I like these cards. They work well with the psychic spread. Ooh. Ooh. Yeah, definitely. Eve said peachy. It could just be peachy keen. And Carmen, what's up? And this deck I got off of the makeplayingcards.com. Some people actually like sell their decks on there. Instead of, you know, doing, you know, mass market stuff, like people could just like buy it straight from there. This is the backs of those. And okay, yeah, these do have a keyword. Okay. I'm just pulling a card from each of these decks. There's a lot of decks in here, you guys. Might be here a while. As if that would be a complaint. Okay, we have Lost. So here we have, it looks like, this to me looks like this woman and her son, and this guy is trying to like give her directions. It's like, she's like, I'm just trying to find the public restroom. Can you just take me to the public restroom? And the guy's like, he says, okay, go down past the hot dog stand, and when you see the hot dog stand, you're going to see a woman named Lolita. Lolita's going to point you in the right direction, but make sure that you don't make a lefty, but make a righty. But sometimes you make a righty because sometimes that one's blocked off. But if you go around the other way, there's surely going to be one that's working over there, but be careful because sometimes the crackheads go in there. But, you know, if you go down the alley the other direction, that's what I'm thinking. Like, she is so lost right now, that guy. She's like, I just needed to find a public restroom, and you are confusing me. Actually, I love that one. Actually, that was awesome. Just like people giving you the runaround, like speaking so much gibberish, you're like, what? Actually, I love that card. Anybody feeling that kind of lost? Okay. And this box, I decorated it because otherwise it was just a regular white box. So I just thought it, give it a little flair. Okay. And then this is the Omrazai Oracle. And this was a gift from homegirl out in Belgium, Steph. So yes, it is in French. And that's the backings. And okay, so let's pick a card. And Wasima, if you're still here, my French is not that great, so maybe you could help translate the card. I mean, because otherwise I use Google Translate sometimes. But I'm using my phone, so I can't really Google Translate right now, but I don't know if maybe like, you could help. Okay, yes. Okay. This is our card. Okay. I think this is something like, I think like above and then below. So north of the essence of the divine. I'm probably just butchering all of the translation. Oh, and I don't think it's clear enough. And my pronunciation. Okay. Universelle? C-E-L-L-E, Latere, which I think is earth, because terra, earth. And I think cele is like, to me, like translating Italian to English, because I know Italian. I think that means like up or heaven. Let's see. Oh, and Ayami's back. Hey! And Asha Reynolds loves that deck too. Oh, it is a good deck. So it's Notre Essence Divine. Cette Eman Essence qui a travers tous nos vers. Chercher l'expression unique de sa présence. I am so sorry if I just butchered all of that. I can do Spanish. I can do Italian. French is so hard for me. And I don't know, it's not focusing. I'm so sorry. And then Eve, a unique expression. Heaven on earth. I was pretty sure what that meant. Okay, is still developing the plan for today, and it's noon. Food is good idea, so listening from the kitchen. All right. Looks for the unique expression of the universe. Loose translation to bring heaven on earth. And that's all that I see. Well, I think getting from that, that's a good message too. Plus, just looking at the picture, I like the unicorns, this, you know, figure up here lovingly holding the earth in his hands. Yeah, that's good stuff. I think it's a beautiful deck. And mostly I just like to like read intuitively from like the pictures, although I also saw the picture. Wow, yeah. So I also like to do Google Translate too, because you know, I like actually want to know what it actually says too. Okay. I need to work with this deck later, actually. I'm gonna put this aside for myself. Okay. Okay, that's going aside for me later. Okay, and then I have, oh no, why did it fall? Okay, let me get the cards off that just kind of fell. Okay, I have the Azúcar Bone Oracle deck. Okay, Spanish, I know. Like I said, Spanish and Italian. And a good chunk of German. Let's see. Carmen, to me, it looks like he's saying you're doing good. Yay! Yeah, I hope they translate it one day. Yes. And then Asha said, what's that deck again? That was the Omrazai. Omrazai. And that's by Marie-Christine Chamon. Let's see. Unique horses, unicorns, you and I corns. Yes. Okay, so the Azúcar Bone Oracle deck, which is by Megan Weber. I got this off of Etsy at one point, long time ago. These are the backs of those cards. And let's pull a message. Aha. Our message is Samhain, cat. And I love how it also says it up here. It also says Samhain, which is pretty cool. I love the intricacies yet simplicity of this deck. It is my favorite deck to use. Well, one of my favorite decks to use like when I'm like doing some altar work and meditation. A lot of my decks are for meditation. Like instead of like using them in spreads, I actually like meditate. Like I look deeply into the card and then I close my eyes and I feel like myself going into the card. That's kind of it. Yes, the kitty cat. Oh, so anyway, so that's the Azúcar Bone Oracle deck. Okay, then I have The Creature Teacher, Animal Wisdom for All Ages by Scott Alexander King. I actually got this when I was, there's a little like woo-woo shop in Lemon Grove, and that's where I picked this one up at, and I love how it just has like, it has the flip top. I think it's really cool. But here's the box, and this is the backs of the cards. Amy said, cool way to meditate. I'm gonna try that. Yeah, I literally like, okay, like let me pull a card from here and I'll tell you like kind of just what I do. By the way, this is like a slug, but it's like the world kind of slug, which is pretty cool. Okay, so like I just pull a card. Oops, that's too many cards. These are a little harder to shuffle because they're circular. But I do love the messages. It's literally like getting a message from a really, really loving parent. Okay, so we got butterfly. I am always changing. So again, I think that I'm just pulling a card from each of these decks, and I think I'm like trying to get everybody in here a message. So hopefully some of these messages are landing on you guys. So if I were to meditate with this, let's say, I would, you know, stare, you know, at the intricacies of, you know, the coloring, like really looking into how it is drawn, how it is colored. I noticed that there's like the little monarch butterfly caterpillars like walking around here. And then when I think that the image is pretty much burned into my mind, I would then close my eyes and try to visualize the image now with my eyes closed, you know, after studying it. And then I go into the image and try to see like what's coming out of it. I don't know, it's hard to explain this like thing that I do. So it's like I kind of like go into the card, and all of a sudden I have like these, I start seeing images, I start hearing things, I start feeling things, and it's like I'm taken into another like world kind of. And it's within that world I feel like I'm safe. I usually always have my two guides with me. Their names are Amara and Ulog. Ulog has like these really cool like antlers, which is pretty awesome. Amara has like rainbow eyeballs, which is pretty cool. And they kind of like accompany me everywhere. And so then they like help guide me, like figure out like what is the message that I'm supposed to get from this. And that'll probably be like, you know, maybe like a 20-minute meditation. And then I come out of it and I try to write everything down, because there's like usually a lot of stuff that happens and I'm not going to remember everything. And I still don't remember everything by the time I come out of meditation, but I try to write down like as much as I can and try to see what does that mean like later on and stuff like that. And Anne said, what an energy in that card. It is. It's beautiful. But yeah, that's how I do like card like meditations with my decks, whether they're tarot or oracle, or sometimes I'll even do that with like Lenormand too. So yeah, I don't know, let me know like how you guys, you know, do your meditations. Okay, I also have Ted Andrews Feathered Omens. Iami says, I love that. Thank you. You're very welcome. Carmen, I use a butterfly when I'm trying to meditate and start to think about something else and lose track. Oh, that card might be for you then. That's beautiful. Yeah, when my mind starts to wander and I feel like I'm losing focus in my meditation, like it almost feels like I'm falling out of the little universe that I'm in. I focus on the eyes of my guide, because she has these really trippy eyes. They don't have like, you know, like the cornea and all that stuff. You know, the iris, it's not there. It's eyeballs, you know, but it's like ever like changing rainbow colors. It's just like colors like swirling in her like orbital sockets. It's like pretty cool. And so I focus on her eyes to like bring me back. And that's, and yeah, that's what I do. Okay, so this is Ted Andrews Feathered Omens, and this also has like a nice little like open closure like that, which is pretty cool. And I love everything Ted Andrews. I have many of his books. I think I have all the decks. I have his runes. So yeah, these are the backs. Loki's trying to get comfortable over there. Okay, well, that one just popped out, so that's a message for somebody. Okay, this one is the woodpecker. New rhythm is developing. That's cool. Oh, I love Ted Andrews decks. It's like a little window into a little world, and I like going into that little world. I love meditating with Ted Andrews decks. Like, these are my favorite decks to meditate with. They are extremely big. They're like this big. Kind of a big deck, but not too big that I can't do me some side shuffling. Okay, so plus I think, you know, me showing you these, if any of these are on your wish list, or maybe you haven't seen any of these before, you know, at least, I don't know, like, I'm just sharing is caring. Okay, put that there, have some more tea. It's still raining outside and gloomy. Okay. Next, I have the sacred sites. Oh. Wasima said, I just saw this book about unicorns in YouTube. It looks interesting. Ooh. Yeah, I have, like, I do work with unicorn energy, and they usually only pop up during certain times. Like if I'm going through something, like that's kind of when they pop up in my meditations, and I have this particular unicorn, which I probably should give it a name, but I just kind of know it when I see it in my meditations. But yeah, I love working with unicorn energy. So this is by Barbara Meiklejohn-Free, and this is the Sacred Sites Oracle cards. And it has a nice little slide out here. And let's pull a card from this one. And what's neat about this one is it has like a upper, middle, and lower universe, or message, and you can kind of read it however you want. But I will go intuitively today. So Carmen says, I love when I see new decks that I have never seen. There's so much out there. There's so many beautiful things out there. And Lena Noor, hello, hello. Okay, so what I'm doing, I'm just kind of like, I have a bin of decks, and I'm just going through all of them, and I'm just pulling one card from all of them, and I'm hoping that somebody is like the message lands on one of you guys that's watching. So hey, Lena, if something lands on you, then take it for you. Okay. Ooh, Axum. I like this. You know, I have actually never pulled this card before. That's cool. So, the way the guidebook reads, it would have like this section means something, this section means something, and this section means something. Although you could read it all together, you know, I mean, it's like when you have a deck, you read however you want to. But wow. Oh my gosh, it even has like the wings of Isis, like over like basically the container that holds all of the Coptic jars, like the organs of like the pharaoh would be inside there. Oh my gosh, that is so cool. Ah, I think this is for me. I like that. That is cool. Maybe it's also for you guys too, but that is a cool card. See, now I'm pulling out all my decks. I'm like, I want to play with all of them at once right now. Okay, so this one is the Conscious Spirit Oracle deck, written and illustrated by Kim Dreyer. And let's pull a card from that one. Okay, so here's the backs. Beautiful chakra colors and sacred geometry. And let's pull a card. Let's see, let's see. I think I'm getting into some of my more serious decks. I like how we start off with like the Rebel Deck Couples Edition, and now we're getting into like some more serious decks. Let's see. This is Transformation. Ooh. Have you noticed a theme with some of these cards? There's been a lot of like change, transformation. Very interesting. It says, I journey within to meet my higher self and to find true happiness. Transformation. So kind of like the Hermit card. You know, kind of like with the lantern, the staff there. Interesting. A lot of transformation going on for all of us then. And I did mention that in my newsletter that just went out a couple of days ago. If you guys ever want to sign up for my newsletter, I'd be more than happy to send you guys one. I only send a newsletter like once a month, on the 1st of every month. And it's just like my musings and stuff like that. But if you go to my website, www.kittensweightsandtarot.com, you can sign up for the newsletter. Anne said, love it. Okay, so this is the Animal Wise Tarot, again by Ted Andrews, because I love me some Ted Andrews. Again, it's another one of those magnetic closure side openings. I thought it was the Death. Yeah, to me, well, you know, it could be like the Death card too. So it could be like, I don't know, it could have been like a mash of the Hermit and the Death card, which would be pretty cool. Okay, so let me put these together. And these cards are really thin, but I don't care. Whatevers. So those are the backs. they're laminated, they'll hold up. I mean, they've held up thus far, so. And I shuffle a lot. I shuffle a lot. I have a shuffle habit. So let's see, let's pull a card from here. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay, this is our card. Yay! The Chariot, horse, movement, and balance. I love horses. I want to come back as a horse. I'm pretty sure I was a horse in a past life. I have such a connection to horses. I love horses so freaking much. I've never like owned a horse, but like I really love horses. I grew up with horses. Not my horses, but and Jujubee, hey! We are just pulling a card from a bin of each of these decks. And yeah, and I'm just hoping like some of these messages land on you guys. This is by Gabby Booker, and this is the Raven cards. Lena Norris said, love readings, please. So I'm just pulling one card. So Lena, what you could do is, like, let's say, you know, if I'm holding something up and that's a deck, you're like, oh, that's a pretty deck. Make the intention that that message will be for you. Let's see, Carmen said, a stallion is my totem. Love it. Awesome. Asha said, this is so fun. So, you know, because I do that, Lena, sometimes where I'm like, you know, I just set the intent, like, next thing that I see or next thing that I you know, feel is going to be a message for me, and I translate that message. So if you know, you're looking at this and you're like, oh, those are kind of cool cards. Or if they're not, then, you know, wait till I get to a deck where you're like, oh, that's pretty, you know, because then that's something that you connect with. And then the card that I pull, just set the intention that that's your card. Okay? Because that's what I do. Jujubee said, oh, ravens. I love crows and ravens. Okay, so here we have the raven cards. And let me just, hold on. Make sure that I'm not getting all the like, because there's like a lot of title cards in here. Okay, here we go. These are big cards. Some of the cards were blank so that you could write on them yourself. So I have written on some of these cards. Messages, channeled messages. I love triangles, so this deck really resonated with me. Okay, and our message is, spread your wings, open your heart, and give your blessing. Bless and be aware that the blessing, its bestower, and the blessed are one. Ooh. So pretty. That's a pretty message. Actually, that's a really beautiful message. I'm going to read that again. Spread your wings, open your heart, and give your blessing. Bless and be aware that the blessing, its bestower, and the blessed are one. Oh, I like that. You know, I actually haven't busted this deck out in a while. I think I will use it for my my daily guidance, my one card draws that I put on my nightstand. I think that would be good for next week. So that's going to get put aside. Okay, then I have, because I'm a horse lover, Way of the Horse. And so this is by Linda Kohanov. And this is a massive thing because there's a giant actual like book in here, as well as the cards. So this is a big deck. I mean, like a big like package, but the cards themselves aren't that big. Oh, I just realized I have like my little like yin yang earrings. Okay. And you can look up the number that's on here and like read in the book, and there will be a lot to read about each card. So it goes into a lot of depth about like horse medicine and stuff like that, which is really cool. Wow, that's a lot of messages. Okay, not that many messages, people. Not that many messages. One message. But I like to just look at it intuitively. I think you can get enough from just looking at the horse in the picture. Okay. Ooh, so this is number 33, which, of course, if you guys are into numerology, they're threes. And here you have these horses in the flames. So it's like fiery, also like chariot. Did we not just pull horse, the chariot, and the Ted Andrews deck, and now in this other horse deck, we're pulling these horses that also have that chariot energy. My goodness, I like how all these work. Anne said, right now I have the universe has your back for one card of the day. Ooh, I used to have that deck. I passed it on to my friend because she loved it so much, but that was a good deck. Many messages. 33 is one for me. It's a number I'm asking for right now. Oh, yay! And yep, fire horses. Yep. Good. All right, good stuff. Oh my goodness. I like how these are so many different decks, yet are you seeing like a pattern with these decks? How they all seem to be like working together. It's like when you like, you know, I know that sometimes like we question ourselves, like, is any of this real? Sometimes we think like, am I really getting messages? Am I, you know, and it's human to like question yourself. But when things are just so synchronistic and things just fit together and to the point where it's almost ridiculous, where you're like, really? Then it's like you almost can't deny that there has to be something more beyond what we can see, you know? And that's always confirmation for me whenever I'm like maybe I'm just imagining that, or no, maybe, and that's always the confirmation of like, it becomes ridiculous how like just blatantly things go together sometimes, and it's seemingly like, you know, out of nowhere, and you're like, really? And it's like in your face there is a message, and you're like, okay, sorry I questioned anything. Let me see. Exactly 33 is the number I was thinking of asking. So yes, it's right. Anne said, rise up from the fire. Sorry, I got all excited and said it twice. No problem. Because people shun, persecute, say, oh, it's just a coincidence. And nope, it is not. That is right. Okay. This one doesn't come out very often. This is if I really need like some, like I want to really go like to the Akashic records. Like I really want to go like super deep. Like I said, I meditate with my cards. This is the deck that I use for that when I want to go like I'm talking, I'm going to be meditating for a while and we're going to get emotional, and there's going to be some tears, and there's going to be some feels. This is the deck that I will use. I mean, only you yourself knows the message, you know, exactly. So this Anubis Oracle is by Nikki Scully and Linda Starr Wolf, and it is illustrated by Chris Wallander. And I have done a review of this, if you ever want to check out my deck reviews. I've done a review on a lot of these decks, if you want to see more than just one card. Okay, so we pull this out just like this. The guidebook is, I love using the guidebook, especially when I'm doing some really deep readings. I never use these cards for anybody else, like to read for anybody else. It's just like a very personal deck for me, and I rarely pull it out until I feel like I'm so stuck I need help, you know. So that's when I pull this deck out, and I haven't had to pull it out in a while. Other people don't need to know, really. Exactly, Eve. So it's like you don't ever need to prove anything to anybody else, you know, about things that you believe in. Like like you feel like there's more to life than, you know, what's in front of our faces. I think that trying to prove it to other people, it's like it's moot, because you know, people have a hard time being like, well, you can't convince me because I got my beliefs. And of course, you know, I think everybody, and this will probably be for a video for another time, everybody has their own beliefs, yet I believe everybody is correct in their beliefs. Like, your belief isn't like always better than their belief. I believe, okay, there's like, I can go like really deep with you guys. But I think that, yeah, that a lot of things that we believe in, all of the different religions, all the different beliefs, all the different faiths, that they're all correct. And, you know, there is no one person that says, well, then this is my god or goddess, or this is how we do things, and this is what heaven looks like, or this is what the afterlife looks like. And you know, and it's like when we die, I don't feel like, and this is what I get from, actually, I have gotten from this deck's meditation, I have never gotten that any one person crossing over was correct. I believe that's all correct. It's all there when you are on the other side. Like it's, I don't know, it's really hard to explain because things aren't perceivable as they are here on Earth. So I don't know. That's something I'll have to like really learn how to spit out my words for another video. But I think, yeah, that's something, yeah, I want to really talk about, that everything is everybody's belief and everybody's faith and everybody's everything is what we see on the other side. I don't know. I don't think I'm making much sense, but I'll try to put it more eloquently in another video. You've said that is important, so type that for all, but more discerning in who you share things with. Don't say all can be scary too, can scare people. Yes. Jujubee, yeah, I just want to wish my parents would stop trying to convert me that their belief is the best for me. I'm sending you lots of love. See, I don't like when people do that though. Like try to push a belief onto it. I just believe you can have your beliefs, but you shouldn't really have to like push them onto people. It's like, that's not cool. No, I get ya. It is individual experience. You will see what is for you. It is custom. And the Divine Road said, you are right. So I'll make a video on this. That's why some psychic readers online are crackpots, inventing odd, weird, scummy stories. And that is not how it goes. Yes, yes, yes. Oh my gosh. So many video ideas. So much to talk to you guys about. Okay, so with this deck, which is where I get a lot of my information that is true for me from, is this deck. And the key card is Anubis. Anubis is the card that you leave out to be like your guide to that other realm. And then you pick another card and that'll be like what I focus on, with Anubis being by my side to protect me. So this is, like I said, a really, really deep deck for me. Well, we need to work on this, all of us. Yes. Okay. So knowing that Anubis can get a little deep with this deck, this is probably going to be a really deep card. Actually, I'm feeling like it's this card. Ooh, Nut and Geb, wholeness, creation of sacred purpose, divine parents. How apropos for the conversation is this? Freaking heaven and earth coming together. Is that not what we just had in the Omrazai Oracle deck, where it was also heaven and earth, but it was in French? And this one is like, okay, well, you didn't understand it in French. Here it is in English. Thank you, universe. Wow. That's awesome. Oh, I love this deck so much. I love it so much. Okay, so now you guys know how that deck gets down. That deck likes to gets down. Okay. Okay, we're down to just a handful of decks now. Gosh, oh, we're having a long live chat. That's okay, because it's going to be the last long one for a while because of those Saturday track meets. Okay, so this is by, oh, the illustrations by Will Worthington. It's the Philip and Stephanie Carr-Grom, the Druid Plant Oracle. Oh, I love everything by Will Worthington. Divine Road said, I've had many near death and seen everyone is one. Ooh, you know, I will have to say, there's a lot that I also saw, because I've had some pretty near-death experiences as well. And yeah, there was just like a lot that I saw on the other side that it's like I can't even put into words. Like I can't even describe it to you. I don't have words for it, which sucks for me as an English teacher, a wordsmith, somebody who loves words and how they fit together like art. How me not being able to put that together, what I see on the other side, is very difficult for me. But trust me, I feel you on the near-death stuff, and being able to see that stuff, that's, yeah. Okay, so this is the backs of those cards. They are massive cards. Some of the cards were blank so that you could add your own plants to them, which I have. So we'll see if any of those pop up for you guys. Oh, that is too many cards, y'all. Let's put some of these back. One card, one card. Be parent-like to help others understand tarot better too. Some onlines are taking it in the wrong direction. Yeah. See, a Divine Road, I understand that feeling, not being able to put it into words. Oh, I know, it's so frustrating. Somebody who loves talking and loves words, it's like, when you can't share an experience because you simply just don't have words for it, is difficult. And yes, Eve, you are coming up with like so many topics. You have like my brain like spinning with like things to talk about. Okay. Ooh, we have Club Moss. Club Moss. Ooh. Growing in the rocks. So something definitely with some determination of will there. Very beautiful. Okay, alrighty. Moving right along. I have like the leaning tower of decks right now. Like, please don't fall. Okay, then we have, I'm just gonna pull some of these out so they're just right in front of me. Okay, we have another Ted Andrews deck. Neat Club Moss team. The Nature Speak Oracle. Ooh, my leg. Oh, it's going to sleep. Wake up, leg. Wake up. Don't you die on me. Oh. And I need some tea. Green, soft, furry team that sticks together. Yes. Ooh, speaking of green. Okay. So again, another little Ted Andrews deck. This was actually my first Ted Andrews deck, and there's something so sweet about it that I sometimes get very emotional with this one. But these are the backs, you know, not too big, you know, they're kind of small actually. Again, all the cardstock's always like this like really thin stuff, but it's coated so it doesn't ever fall apart, which is awesome. Hey, Lokester. Loki, are you trying to get through? You can get through. Yeah. Hey, Loki. I'm pulling a card. Actually, do you want to help them? Which card should they have? No? Not today? Fine then. Okay. Your card is Aspen. Shed the old. Again with the butterfly and the transformation and the, oh my gosh, the cleansing fires of the horses. All goes together. Oh my goodness. I love how all these cards just freaking go together. Yes. Yes. Okay, so that is the Ted Andrews Nature Speak Oracle. Okay, and Loki's just going to hang out over there for now. Okay, then we have some of my other big decks. This one is Oracle of the Goddess, or the Goddess Oracle. And this is by Guyan, Sylvie Winter, and Joe Dose. And to me, it looks like it came in a box that was once used for VHS tapes. It probably was, actually. Like, what do we do with all these VHS type boxes? Let's turn them into Oracle deck boxes. Sounds good. Okay, so these are the backs of those cards. Again, also ginormous cards. The book, well, it's in German, but, you know, you can translate it. Yes, and the yellow in the leaf. Oh, yes, 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 yes. A lot of that sacral chakra and solar plexus going on in this reading so far. Like readings, yeah. Yes, thanks for doing this. It's how to do, since individual messages, they can be seen in a calm way. Yeah, I think this is more like a laid back way where it's just like, I'm just pulling a card, and if something clicks with you, then it was meant for you. And it's like no pressure, we're just having fun, we're just looking at some decks, we're just, you know, chilling together. That's my favorite way to spend time with y'all. Okay, so this card is Sonji. Ooh, so we have the goddess Sonji, and here you have the serpent, also transformation, but kind of like holding them together, the younger and the older. Oh, it's so beautiful. Oh, you're so welcome, Anne. That's so beautiful. Oh, I like that. Labyrinth has to go. All right, well, you have a fabulous Saturday, and I'm so glad that you came and hung out with us. So have a rockin' weekend. Wasima, I love that serpent that links them. Yes, I thought that was like, don't you love how everything is just like connecting? It's like all these are different decks. Okay, I need to plug in my phone. It's dying. The phone has had enough. Okay. Let's see if it actually wants to. Plug today. Okay, let me, give me a second. Let me just make sure it's. It is not charging. All right, all right. So I'm going to take these last remaining decks. I'm going to take this, and we're going to go into the other room so I can plug this phone in. Ugh. Okay, we're moving. And hoping I don't drop anything. Oh, 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 oh. Oh crap, I wanted some sweets and forgetting to get some when I was out getting groceries. Oh no! Okay, let me put this on top of the washer so I can open the door. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. And I see that students are texting me right now. I'm in the middle of doing something. Okay, I have to sit down here because this is where the plug is for the phone. I'll put the decks here. All right. And I'm gonna get my cramped little corner and plug her in. Okay, phone is charging. Woo woo! Okay, so let me grab these decks. These are the last of these that were in the bin. You guys chose a good bin. I mean, all of them are good bins. Okay. Ooh, my favorite oracle. This is actually my favorite oracle deck of all time, and it is the Crystal Reading Cards by Rochelle. Yeah, Rochelle Charman. Oh, look. Look who's here, you guys. It's Wally! So yes, in this room is the Wally Walito. Hey, Wally. Do you need to get by? Okay. He's like, Mom, I was trying to sleep. Then you came into my room. Okay, so this is also a side magnetic closure. Yippee cat. Okay, these are the backs of those cards. I think I have better lighting in here. I'm like, where do I put the decks? Oh, ooh. Okay, that is going to be our card. So literally the card's stuck like this, like in another deck. So that's definitely like our card. So I'm just saying. Okay, Divine Road, not your first lifetime that you love stuffed animals. Definitely. And Wally Jujubee was waving to you. Yeah, you guys like all those stuffed animals? Yeah, some people love throw pillows for their bed. I like stuffed animals. Okay, we have Spirit Quartz. Music! Yay! You know what? There's nonstop music that plays in our master closet, I just thought that was funny that music comes up, and this is the room that always has music. I don't know if you guys can actually hear it. And it's spirit quartz. Because we have a lot of spirit activity, not so much lately, not so much since we got Loki, but there is a portal that is in the master closet. It just happens to be there, not because it's a closet or anything. And so we have these like ohms that play like 24/7, and it's like really calming. And so yeah, I think that this one is like referring to what's going on in this bedroom. Interesting, interesting. One of your lifetimes you had a farm and loved animals. I'm pretty sure I did. I don't doubt that. I would have to agree with you on that one. I'm pretty sure I was an animal in many lifetimes. Okay, then we have the story cards by Kathy Nichols. I haven't seen anybody using these in quite some time, but I still use these quite a bit, mostly for myself. Sometimes as theme cards for readings, but yeah, I love this deck. Okay, so these are the backs. And we give this a little shuffle. Trying to pull you guys a good message. Let this reach somebody. Ooh, and we have flow. That's pretty. All right. So somebody got the flow card. Okay, that one goes up there. And then we have the Earthly Souls and Spirits Oracle cards by Terry Foss. I got this on Etsy. Hey, Wally. Beep, beep, beep. He's like, Mom, why are you in my spot? I'm sorry, Wally. I needed a place to sit. My phone was going to die. These are the backs. The backs actually have different pictures of the moon because Terry Foss's daughter is a photographer, and these are her pictures. And then, you know, so I think that's pretty cool. Ultraviolet, oh my crap, my phone died right in the middle of your responding to me. I felt so rude. No problem. Wasima needs to leave. I'll be watching these sweetie decks later. All right, well, thank you so much for stopping by. And don't forget, you guys, Wasima has only 11 days left on her Kickstarter, so make sure you go back her deck. It's very, very beautiful, so definitely go check it out. Ultraviolet, at least other people for a chance to talk, no problem. Okay. Here is our message. Our message is authentic. Terry Foss's artwork is so freaking gorgeous. Ooh, she's a mermaid. I just realized that. She's a mermaid. Oh, it's so pretty. So whoever got that got another beautiful message. And, okay. Okay, I have 3 left. Ultraviolet loves mermaids. Oh, authentic mermaid, a good one. Yes, yes. Okay. I also have this one. I got in a trade actually. It's the Karma cards, and this is an interesting deck. Actually, I like working with it sometimes. It comes with a little book here, and it's actually in this little boxes. These cards. And they've been well loved. Hey, Puma. But they're divided into, let's see, what do we have? Planets, signs, houses, and I think it's, yeah, houses. I'm sorry, Wally, you need to get by. Yeah, signs, houses, and planets. Yeah, so it's just those 3. So that when you do a reading, you just kind of, you know, put them together. And it pairs with the guidebook, and it's and then when you're reading, you have like you can either read it in this position or this position. Like one position is for like guidance for what you can do about a situation, and the other one is for outcome of a situation. So I don't know, it's an interesting concept for a deck. It's kind of quirky, but I like it. And so I'm gonna have to split these up to give the reading because I don't like mixing them all up together. I like keeping them separated in their planets, signs, houses, because that's how I read with it. So let me just separate them real quick. So that's planets, that's signs, and this is houses. Okay, so let me give it a little shuffle for each. Wally's gonna lay out my laundry that's on the bed right now. That's why I started my live chat a little bit later. I had to do some laundry, and I had to vacuum. So, hashtag real life. Okay, that'll be for our signs. Those there. And this one is gonna be planets. And then okay. Okay, oh, also it's divided into like the spirit, the mental, and the physical. So just, I don't know, I need to do a review on this deck so people can understand it a little bit more. Here we go. Okay, so the message is, let's see, which message do I want to read? What am I feeling called to? Okay, this one I'm going to do for the mental. Confusion regarding the discovery of your desires. That is the message. Using Neptune, Aquarius, and the first house. So I read the message this way. So mental, this was part of the message. You continue the sentence here, and then you end the sentence over here. So that's how you read these cards. So you read them all three together, and you read them straight across as if you're reading a book or a sentence. So somebody's message. So hopefully that made sense to somebody. So it's confusion regarding the discovery of your desires. So probably figuring out like where certain desires are coming from, like why do I want this, like where does that even, like why, like did I just want this because like that's what other people want, or you know. So I don't know, I'm just kind of reading into that. Okay, so let me planets, signs, and houses. All right, I like this deck. I don't really bust it out all that often, but I do like using it from time to time, and it has been well loved. Okay, so that goes there. Wally's playing with his little heart right now. Like I said, I was doing laundry, so there's laundry on the bed. Oh, he's like, they can't look at me playing. They gotta look at me like I'm tough. Okay, I also have the Awakening Far Memory cards. This one's a little harder to do reading with, like a one card. Again, it would be more like the karma cards, because there's different sections and you have to like read them together. So like you have a group of cards that is this, which is like this for past life. So it's like how you passed away. And then you have a group of cards in green, and this is like where you lived. And then you have a group of cards that's in this like indigo blue, and this was like the country that you lived in. So the other one's more like the setting that you lived in. And then these red cards is like what you struggled with in that lifetime. And then the last section are these white cards, and this is like the person that you were. Okay, so I'm gonna have to pull one from each section, and that will be somebody's reading. Green Owl said, we like the Awakening Farm Memories cards in the Grunhof, in the greenhouse. I'm not a cat person, don't shoot allergies, but Wally is cute and his little ears. Wally is cute and he doesn't have, well, like Loki, he sheds a lot of fur, so if you have allergies, like Loki will kill you. Wally, on the other hand, doesn't have the allergens that like cats normally have because he doesn't have an undercoat. So he's actually like okay for those that are sensitive to the kitty. Wally, Eve says hello. She says you're looking good. He's like, I know. Okay, so let's find out who this person was. This is like a little past life thingy that we're doing. No one is a cat person. They come to you. Exactly. Okay, so I'll pull one card from here. Ooh, okay, so that's the card. And this is where they lived. Excuse me. It's a lot of different cards, so I'm putting together your message. Two more cards to pull. Okay, there's that card. Alrighty then. Okay, so this person, does frozen cranberry sauce in a can equal healthy sorbet? It sounds delicious. Let's see. Ultraviolet, I was such a cat person as a little girl, black cats and witches, you know, but then I developed asthma. Well, see how you do with Siamese. Siamese don't have that undercoat. Cats rule the roost and can be demanding, so right, can be hard. I'm happy when my cat is sleeping at times. Loki can be pretty psycho. Okay, so since I had to pull different cards for this one, this is past life, somebody who is more of a military person or a warrior, somebody who fought for their country or their tribe or their city. So this was like some warrior of some sort. Okay, the time or that they would be is someplace in South America. Christina said, get a hairless cat. Hairless cats, we found out with hairless cats, because we haven't met, they do have a fine coating of hair, so they are not actually hairless. And we found out hairless cats came about from one cat. So it was this cat that was born kind of, you know, it looked like it had no hair, but it's like really fine hair. And it was like a mutation in the gene. So somebody, and this is like not that long ago, like I'm talking like within our lifetime, had decided to then mate the child with its mother. So like the kitten that had this mutation ended up mating with its mother to continue the mutation, and that's where we got our hairless cats from. Just, I don't know, pretty gross knowledge. Let's see, Ultraviolet, I like Siamese too. I feel drawn to Siamese and black cats. Don't like the hairless ones though. Thought callus plant poisonous and my cat was chewing, so no. Then I thought, wait a sec, here, you kitty. Eve cracks me up. Ultraviolet and bunnies, but the allergy is even worse with bunnies. Pity me, the struggle is real. Dude, I would be so sad if there were so many animals I couldn't like get near. Like I would be really, really unhappy. You found our cats in the street. Loki came to us. He was a cat that had been abandoned by a family up the street, and they don't want him back, and we do. So we love him, and he's our cat now, and he's our Loki. Okay, so this person was a military person or a warrior in South America, in the city part of South America. So what would be like considered like their central hub of like activity. And what this person struggled with back in the day was the injustices that were going on at the time. And what eventually happened to this person is they passed away from disease. Of course, if I was doing like a super deep reading, I could go into like a lot more detail. But basically, that's how these cards read, and that's why they're in these separate piles. I would feed the strays, just can't bring them in. Our next door neighbor, she used to do that when I was growing up. She just would feed all the strays in the neighborhood, but she was kind of allergic to them. My cat spoons me. What we gonna do about that? Yeah. Wally's a big spooner. He's the big spoon. Okay, so let me put these away. And then we have one deck left, you guys. Yeah, Green Owl. I don't know how to pronounce that, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah, Teotihuacan. Teotihuacan. Yeah, I know who you're talking about. Aztec. Oh my gosh. That was a question. Got a fork. I do not, actually. It's downstairs in the kitchen. Okay, let me put these back in here. And last deck. It's called It's Your Karma cards. So these are like two of my past life reading cards that I really like, and these are also rounded. And this is by Kathy Danelle Vitkak, Certified Past Life Coach. There you go. Okay, so the cards look like this on the back. Pretty cosmic looking. And then on the other side here, oh, behave, Eve, but oh, here comes the karma. Okay, so what you do is like you'll shuffle, and let's say you got this card. You would take it and you would throw it, and then whatever, there's like little names and stuff. Whatever is facing you, like let's say this part is facing me when it lands, that would be a male in the military. Then you look at the time and it says Spain, age of discovery, 1400 to 1600. So that's like the past life that you're tapping into. Then you take the little guidebook here and you would find Spain 1600 or 1400 to 1600, and it will give you a little bit about male warriors or whatever at that time. And of course you can like do a little bit of digging, and you can kind of like work with your intuition and what do you feel about that time. You can meditate with that, but you can also get a background about that time. I actually found out I was allergic when my grandma got a calico and I went to spend the night with her. Had to wake her in the middle of the night because I couldn't breathe. Oh, that's so sad. I'm so sorry for you. So when I do my healing after, because I always do a healing at the end of my live chat. So after I show this last deck, we're going to send you some healing. Send you some like non-allergenic animal healing like your way. Oh, Ultraviolet has a fork. Well, there you go. So, okay. So me shuffle. This is the last deck, guys. All right, we have a card. Put these down. I'm gonna toss it and we'll see what side it lands towards me. Okay, we got male artisan in South America, Inca, 1300 to 1500. Okay, so male artisan, South America, Inca, 1300 to 1500. Let's see, Gray, now I have a plastic spork in my acai bowl. Ultraviolet, let me show you your tarot cards. We want to talk about your cats. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's okay. Keep the Fork Candy makes me think of Everybody Loves Raymond. Oh my god, I used to love that show. Sporks are cool. Okay, so then we look up male artisan, South America, Inca, 1300 to 1500. So let me find South America. Okay, Inca Empire, 1300 to 1500. So it gives you a little bit about OMG, Everybody Loves Raymond, and the giant fork and spoon, yes! When they take down the giant fork and spoon from the Wall sitcom. Okay, so the history of the era. The Incan Empire culture flourished in the Andes Mountains through the mountains of Peru and into the present-day countries of Ecuador, Bolivia, and Chile. The roadways, government, and counting systems led to their domination of this area. The energy of the era. The Inca had strong, powerful army. Because of the fierceness of their army and their hierarchical organizations, they became the largest Native American society in a very short time. But this complex society did not last long. The energy of the roles. Inca society was arranged in a strict hierarchical structure. The Sapa, high priest or ruler, and the army commander were at the top. Next were temple priests, architects, and regional army commanders. The lowest classes consisted of artisans, that was me, soldiers, farmers, and herders. 1 in 50 men served in the army, and 1 in 50 women served at the temple of the Virgin Sun. Men's and women's roles were strictly divided. Okay, so here you have the male, let me see, where is our male artisan? Okay, male artisan. Artisans created elaborate tapestries of alpaca fiber. Metal workers created artwork of gold, most of which were melted down by the Spanish. Architects of nobility built buildings and temples such as Machu Picchu of stones placed together so tightly that a knife could not fit between them, all without mortar. Which actually, my dad and my stepmom got to go to Peru, and they got to go to Machu Picchu, and they were talking about just how advanced everything was, how it was not put together with mortar at all, and like you really can't get anything between those stones. Like it's really she, like my stepmom was like, it's a marvel, you know. So yeah, that's a pretty cool past life if anybody had that one. Okay, so let me go back to what you guys are talking. Oh, you guys are all talking about the fork. Oh my gosh. You guys cracked me up. See, that's why I like hanging out with you guys.